Get those Cybermen out.
Welcome back, guys. Sam from the Cyberman here. Today I'm going to do a deck profile on my Mecha Freezer Skillless. This is a very aggro storm style deck. It's not kind of what everybody's looking at with Mecha Freezer per se, and it's probably not the best build out there, but it is a lot of fun, and you get to really hit hard, hit early. It's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at my weight loss there, doing pretty well. Enjoy. Alrighty, so I hope you can see all this on the screen properly. So we have the new Mecha Freezer leader. This is the reboot. You can only activate extra cards from your hand once per turn on the unawakened side. Just so you can't spam awakening, which was the main issue with the last Mecha Freezer leader. When activating a mono yellow extra card from your hand, you may add one card from your life to your hand. If you do, reduce the energy cost of that card by 1. It's important to note Bandai has clarified that's 1 yellow and 1 specified yellow. So if it's a 1 cost card, it is now a 0. If it's a 2 cost yellow, it becomes a 1 cost yellow. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and when your life is at 4 or less, flip the card over, draw 1 card, and switch one of your energy to active. On the awakened side, when activating a mono yellow extra card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand, you may add 1 card from your life to your hand. If you do, activate that card without it paying its energy cost. So what that means is, if you have a 2 cost yellow card or a 1 cost yellow card, they are free if you take a life. It's important to remember that it doesn't reduce the cost by 2, so you can't use 3 cost extra cards like the Topo removal extra card, can't recall what it's called. You can't use that for 1, that's still a 3 cost. And things like that. So I've seen a few people with that in their build. I'm not sure if that was just for the unawakened side, but it really doesn't work well in this deck. So when this card attacks, draw a card, and when you activate a mono yellow extra card from your hand, once per turn, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Really, really cool, especially with a lot of the skills in this deck and a lot of the cards I play in this deck. Being able to switch things to rest mode on your leader is awesome. Let's start out with the Unison. Unfortunately, this isn't in the best order, I apologize, but Son Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. Is the Unison I play. I don't play a yellow Unison, I don't play the Rejuvenate Unison, I don't play any cards that require a yellow Unison. This is not that kind of build. This is an aggressive build where we don't really use a Unison that much. You'll see this card is not for having on the field. This is mainly just for its -1. So usually what I'll do is on turn 1, you want to kind of go second with this deck if you can, because it's really strong turn 1 if you go second. You want to have this guy in your hand, you play him for 1, you attack with him, so that's a 10k plus 10k from your leader, so you've gone 2 attacks. Usually your opponent will just take them, and then you -1 and play a Son Goku and a Caulifla, or 2 Cauliflas. These are your skillless cards for the deck. There's only 2. The Son Goku is in here only to be played off this guy or the Higher Dragon, and he is there because you can use I'm the World Champion for free. Turn 1, this card, if you've been able to play your Son Goku Jr. and attack, you can play your Son Goku and your Caulifla. You can attack 2 more times with these, and then you can use I'm the World Champion, take a life, so you're +ing 1, then +2 from deck as well with this. Such a strong first turn. Your hand ends up being, I think, around 6 or 7 cards at the end of your turn, plus you have 2 battle cards on board, and you've hit for at least, you've done 4 attacks, usually 2 damage around that. Your opponent's probably wisest to your efforts and defends. The other skillless card we have is Higher Dragon. This guy, when you combo with him on your opponent's turn, if you have 2 or more energy, you can tap 1 yellow and play 2 skillless cards from your deck, so you can play these guys again. I didn't use this that much in my testing, but I still think it's a really nice card, because sometimes on defense you are using your life as instead of energy for negates and things, so this can come in handy as an energy sink, and it's very nice. That's the whole skillless package in here. But then Caulifla is then used to evolve on top of with Caulifla the Awakened Sister. So generally you get these out turn 1, you attack. Your opponent doesn't necessarily attack into these to clear them because they're just 10Ks. But if they do, that's fine. You can play another Caulifla manually, or you can use this or this to play her from the deck again, and then you can evolve into her with Caulifla here. This is one of the cards that taps down one of your opponent's cards, taps down your opponent's energy or battle card, and that allows you to play either Son Goku, Father and Son, or Bergamo, Ferocious Roar, or both. These are both awesome cards. Son Goku's great as a blocker and also just a 15k beater. And Bergamo, when it comes in for 2 energy, you tap 2 of your opponent's energy. So really good on defense and also on offense. You can use this to tap down energy your opponent might have been planning to use for negates and things like that. But the main reason for these cards is just as bodies. So this deck is almost like a 1-turn kill. You want to just get as many attacks and as many bodies on board as possible. So your 15k attack, you got a 20k attack here. And the Zamasu super combo is just to aid in that more rest mode to get these out. And also super control. Grade 8 Bardock comes in for 2 and rest modes things. So you're controlling your opponent's board so well with this. And that lends into your Basil, which needs rest mode battle cards. You have Chapil that rest modes battle cards. Giant Ball rest modes battle cards. And all these U9 cards here play perfectly with Universe 9 Assemble. So this one is a 1 cost on your first turn, or on your unawakened side, or on awakened side, it's a 0 cost if you take a life. So this guy lets you draw 2, and if your opponent's energy is in rest mode, all of your opponent's energy is in rest, you can play this one or this one from your deck. Either this guy to draw an extra card, or this guy to keep your opponent from attacking without kind of removing him, otherwise they have to tap an energy down. Now, so strong. Usually what happens is if I go second, I can play this already on my turn 1 if I don't have this skillless play ready. Because the skillless takes a few more cards. As you can see, you need to have this guy in hand and I'm the World Champion in hand, whereas this you only need Universe 9 Assemble. So you use this and then you usually play Chapil, so that on their second turn they really have to think about their plays. You can also just play Basil for the extra draw, and the activate main won't be ready on your first turn, but it's good to play on defense to get an extra draw. It's like a super combo, because this Universe 9 Assemble is drawing you 1 from life, 2 from deck, and then playing this and then drawing you another one. It's very, very nice. So I've kind of gone all over the place here, but let's look at my extra cards now. I have I'm the World Champion, obviously we spoke about. Universe 9 Assemble, we spoke about. Giant Ball, I think this is great in this deck. It's my only counterplay, because this is a very offensive deck. But it allows you can play this on your turn as well, to get extra draw, to get Self-Awaken. And it allows you to, tap your opponent's card rather than it coming in played, which means you can activate Son Goku, you can activate Bergamo even on your turn if your opponent uses a negate or a counterplay that way. Very nice. I have Time Magic as a 2 of. I'm thinking about removing this. It can be nice if, just as another negate. I run 4 Nimbus, so Time Magic is a good negate. There are battle cards that have dual attack and things like that this can help with, but it doesn't really, the sparking doesn't really help you at all, because you can already use your life to use these. 1 Cold Bloodlust, of course, in a yellow Freezer's Army deck. Why wouldn't you? Excellent card. I've actually played this card really early to stop early plays of my opponent, and they did not expect it. And because this, like turn 1, playing Cold Bloodlust on a 1-drop that they might use to Self-Awaken has won me games, because this goes off so quickly that just that stopping them from Self-Awakening on their turn, I was able to kill them. It's really cool. And I run 2 Planet Vegetas. This I initially was running more, but I don't think it's worth it, because you don't really have anything other than this ape to restand. So it's just a searcher. But what it is you play this, you get to take a card from life, and then also you get to search most of your deck. So you can search for Cauliflas, you can search for the Goku, you can search for Skillless if you want to, but you really wouldn't. But the main thing I use this for is searching for my 1 of Awakened Warrior Bardock, sorry. This is a excellent finisher in this deck, because you hit them so many times. Your opponent usually drops hand a lot, drops their hand to combo out, even though they're 15Ks, they're 10Ks. This guy makes them 15Ks if you play him after they're on the field. and it's really nice. He's also a -2 to draw 2 as well, which I didn't mention earlier. So I play one of these just as an extra finisher, and then sell Zeno as the main finisher in the deck. You draw so much in this deck. This deck is run 54 cards, and you could honestly run it at 60. I've nearly decked out by turn, 4 or 5, turn 4 even, easily with this, because you're drawing so much. As long as you get all your I'm the World Champion and Universe 9 Assemble, you just draw, and keep going. This is thinning your deck out as well. It's very, very nice. So I do have gameplay and some videos over the last couple of days. There's one where I was playing this against Announcer, if you want to take a look at that. But I just wanted to show off my different take on this deck, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'm still refining this. Something you'll notice is there's no set 12 in here at all. It's only the Freezer Leader, which is a promo anyway. The rest is all older sets, which is good for people who don't want to spend too much money on set 12. There's not much that really helps this deck in set 12 in my opinion at all. But I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, comment down below, and I'll try to reply to everyone. We have now got a store on our website for all Australian residents. So jump on to www.thecybermen.com/shop, and you can grab your pre-orders for set 12, pre-orders for set 13, and a bunch of other fun stuff, including custom mats and things like that. We'll be putting some merch up there as well at some point in the next month or so. So look out for that. Again, thanks for watching.